Good morning. My name is Jada Harris, and today I'll be talking about cashless bail and as a part of criminal justice reform. Today I'm going to start with a picture. Imagine somebody being arrested for something small, maybe a minor offense. Maybe they missed a court date because they couldn't take off work or didn't have a ride. Now imagine that same person being held in jail for days, weeks, sometimes even months. Not because they're guilty, not because they're a danger, simply because they can't afford to pay bail. This happens every single day in the United States. And it raises a really important question. So does somebody's freedom depend on how much money they have? Today I'll focus on three things: how the traditional bail system works and why it's considered unfair. Second, how cashless bail works as an alternative. And finally, the impact on the ongoing debate, especially in California. So the traditional bail system. Bail was originally supposed to be a promise. You show money to show that you'll return to court, and when you come back, you get the money back. That was the idea. That's not how it works anymore. In reality, the bail system divides. People who have money can pay their money right away. They go home, they go back to work, back to their schools. People who don't have the money, they stay in jail, even before they're found guilty of anything. Most people are just waiting for their court date, not convicted, not sentenced, just waiting. While they wait, their life outside keep moving without them. Jobs get lost, housing gets lost, children get separated from their parents, relationships fall apart, and this hits low-income families the hardest, especially communities of color. This is where the call of reform begins, because it becomes clear that the system is not just about the responsibility. It becomes about who has money and who doesn't. So cashless bail. Cashless bail tries to address this problem. It uses money to decide if, instead of using money, the judges in the court uses risk. Is this person likely to come back to court? Are they a danger to the community? If the answer is no, then they are usually released without paying bail. That doesn't mean that everybody gets out. It just means that the decision is based on safety, not wealth. In recent years, California has tried to move closer to cashless bail. There's many laws, a lot of court rulings, and counties testing new systems. One example is in Los Angeles County. There was a policy that began 2020, where people wouldn't have to pay for bail, zero bail, but they would still see a judge. The point of this was fairness. So they stay stable while waiting for trial. So it's about safety and less about wealth. So now there are benefits. People who are not in danger can continue working, care for the character who's going to work while waiting for court. So they don't have to wait just because they're poor. But there are concerns. Some believe that this might not be accurate, that some people released without bail might continue to make new offenses. So this is all still, data is still being collected, communities are debating, the conversation is not finished. But the direction tells us something important. We are questioning what justice really means. Conclusion. So today I described the bail system and described how it is to people who can't afford to pay. I described the difference between cash bail and no cash bails. Cashless bail is not perfect. It is still being shaped. But the idea behind it is simple. Freedom should not be something that only wealthy people can afford. If justice is really something that is for the people, then we must make sure that somebody's financial situation is not the deciding factor whether they are at home or in a jail cell. Thank you for listening. And I think I want my takeaway to be that safety should be the concern for public safety. Safety and public safety in general just should be the main concern and not what's in people's pockets. So thank you for listening. Have a great day.